Hello everyone, this is your friendly neighbor Dr. Jimmy 128 and I'm going to be bringing to you a clan wars between Team Cube and Team Carnage. Team Cube of course representing the Visayas. We are Cebu based, and of course our opponents will be none other than the most active StarCraft 2 clan in Cagayan de Oro, Team Carnage. For this first game, well, of course, this is a friendly game from two cities of the south, representing our own cities and our own teams. But of course, this is a friendly clan war. It's not exactly, there's no bad blood between both of us, both of our clans. There's much love and respect. Viva Bisaya, as Phase said. Anyways, of course, let's look at the players. Spawning here on the 12 o'clock position, we have none other than the WCG winner. It's gonna be Phase. He is a Zerg player in the Platinum League. He of course is just came from the WCG National Finals in Manila, and he put on a pretty good show and represented CDO very very well. And I just received a text message. Let me just reply to this real quick. Alrighty, and his opponent is gonna be my teammate. It is CubeMrBlack, the Pink Terran, spawning here on the 6 o'clock position. He is also a Platinum League player. He is of course Platinum Terran, duh. And yes, this is a pretty good match to start things off. We have Phase and Mr. Black. So let's see how this match goes. I do know that Mr. Black has been practicing a lot ever since the recently concluded StarCraft 2 Open Invitational during the Archon event that was held in Cebu. It was a hobbyist convention, and we sponsored and hosted a StarCraft 2 tournament. So let us get into this game, and we see a Phase setting down a hatchery. Alright, and I just paused a little bit right there because I was unsure of something, but I clarified it, so that is nothing to worry about. We have a 15 hatch going down for Phase, and he also just sorry, has a spawning pool. I apologize if I cough anytime during this cast. As it looks like CubeMrBlack is going for a very fast factory. He may switch these two buildings to get the add-on to produce Hellions, and basing on this one gas base play, I am expecting an expand coming from Mr. Black, as he is already saving up 400 minerals. So there goes the command center, and these two buildings should be switching right about now. I like this positioning from Mr. Black, though the wall of course is quite a risk, as this is very vulnerable to Baneling Blasts. Here come the Zerglings now for Phase, just to check out what is going on. He did not. Okay, there he goes. He sends one Zergling at the watchtower. Mr. Black does spot it. He wants this SCV to survive, but I doubt that is going to happen. It appears as though Phase is going for a Baneling now, so he may go ahead and bust this down. I'm not sure if sorry, Mr. Black is expecting that, or he may just be going for a Baneling Zergling Mutalisk build. Right now he is still on one gas, so I'm not seeing any potential for Mutalisks yet. And looks like there are now two more Hellions on the way, and we have a second factory. So Mr. Black looking like he is going for some mech play to start things off, and I like this positioning from Phase. He set down two spine crawlers right here and some Zerglings to block the Hellions path up onto the ramp. Looks like we have one Hellion here just to check out what is going on. And Mr. Black doesn't look like he is going to go in for any harass. Just now repositioning the spine crawler to cover this area, which is very smart. I like that play. Orbital command just now about to finish. We have the 2 more barracks going down for CubeMrBlack, and wow, CubeMrBlack looking to go for very fast mass Hellions right here, but I am not seeing a tech lab for the blue flame upgrade. So it doesn't look like CubeMrBlack will be going for that. And right now it doesn't appear as though Phase isn't going. It looks like he isn't going for Mutalisks. And funny though, he is expecting Banshees, so he is putting down Spore Crawlers just as a precaution. He's right. Excuse me. Just looking at what he can see, he sees just about nothing. And the Hellions was most probably a tell for him that CubeMrBlack would be going for Banshees, but that is not the case right now because CubeMrBlack currently has 2 factories and 2 barracks, so I'm not sure if Phase will be prepared for this. I'm not seeing any other tech, just now putting down a Roach Warren. So he will have the right tech to deal with this mass Hellion, and he's just now switching both buildings, so this definitely cuts his production time. Looking to get, and it appears as though he'll now transition into Marines and tanks. Looking at the unit counting station, he only has 2 Marines and 10 Hellions on the field, but hold that thought, here comes CubeMrBlack with the Hellion attack. But he does not want to commit. He sees those 2 spines. There isn't really that much saturation going on for Phase, so I like CubeMrBlack's macro. He is definitely ahead, and he is now getting the blue flame upgrade. These Zerglings will be more or less, I don't know, they'll be taken care of by these Hellions once they get the blue flame upgrade. And even at this point, the Zerglings do not stand a chance against these Hellions. Wise decision here from Phase going for Roaches. He's producing more Roaches. I'd like to see more drones from him though. Macro wise, CubeMrBlack is way ahead, and I would like to see him go for a quick third. I did play a game with him before and he rushed straight to the 3rd command center, and I reacted wrongly, and I was basically ruffle stomped that game. But looks like a little poke there from CubeMrBlack. Did he lose any Hellions? Yes, he did lose 1. Excuse me. Blue Flame is just now about to complete. And what else are we seeing from Phase? Not just now getting both his gases. He's getting Glial Reconstitution for faster Roach movement. And Blue Flame just now finished, but it looks like CubeMrBlack is going to fall back. He's now going for siege tanks. And this is a very nice composition against the Zerg. And you can really see how effective the map control was for CubeMrBlack, as Phase was not really able to spread his creep as much as he wanted. And it's like we have Baneling speed now coming for Phase, so he has a nice composition to go up against this tank Marine build from CubeMrBlack. How? So it may just come down to micro. The tanks are really good against Roaches and Lings, and these Hellions can definitely take care of the Zerglings with no problem at all. We're now seeing more creep spread from Phase, even puking of an Overlord. So we have a couple of Banelings now in production. A Changeling on the way. Let's see if this gets spotted by CubeMrBlack. And it does not get spotted. There it gets spotted. You even saw CubeMrBlack click the sorry, Changeling, just to make sure that it really was a Changeling. And wow, we're seeing more and more Banelings and Zerglings being produced. It looks like CubeMrBlack is now going to push out. This is a very scary push. CubeMrBlack definitely has a huge army right here. Looking at the army size, sorry, no, don't disable the sound. He is 28 food superior in army. So let us see how Phase has this. He's producing 12 more Banelings. Oh my goodness. Here comes the command center, a 3rd command center from CubeMrBlack. So wise move here, attacking and expanding at the same time. He's now poking up with Helix to see what lies ahead, and we have a lot of rolling banelings. But Mr. Black is now moving on to the creep. He scans, wisely scans right there to see what is ahead, and here come the banelings. And he decides to push back, to pull back, sorry. And these aliens, no, they can roast away everything. And oh, the Marines are all clumped up. They have to get behind the siege tanks, and there's absolutely no stem, and the banelings are rolling all over the army, and very bad micro there from Mr. Black. The Terran army was completely destroyed. Oh my god. And I believe Mr. Black did not have the siege tanks focus on the banelings, and still would have been really nice there. But you have a lot of tanks here waiting at home for Mr. Black, so we'll definitely be able to hold any attack. But we have 16 roaches just now sprouting, and we have a spire now being put down from FaZe. The third command center though for Mr. Black is already up. So let us see if Mr. Black can pull out of this. Though he was in the lead, he's now definitely tied up with FaZe. So FaZe has tied things up in that one single decisive battle. So many banelings, the roaches just eating up the siege fire from the tanks. The banelings were free to roll in. So we have more and more banelings now being produced. We don't even have stim pack, so Mr. Black going for this tank marine build without stim pack. Stim pack is very vital, especially if you want to get a very successful marine split. Because what you do is you stim, move your sorry about that. You stim, move your army back, select some, move to the side, then attack ground. Select the other, a small group move to the side, attack ground. And once the main army reaches its destination, attack ground, and that'll basically take care of just every single baneling that's rolling in, and definitely minimize the damage. But Mr. Black though is still way ahead in the economy. He has 78 workers to FaZe's 47. So Mr. Black looking very good. I love his macro right here, and he even has a couple submarines within the siege tanks. I don't know if he did this on purpose, but they look very well protected within these tanks. And Mr. Black though has now shot back up in the lead and is now grabbing a gold expansion to further increase his lead. Here comes the changing. Will it come up the sorry, on the gold? Yes, and it does spot the gold in production. Let's look at the army size. The army sizes are rather equal. Looking at the units lost, only 4 workers have been killed for this entire game, so this has definitely been a worker friendly 1v1 here on Metalopolis. Oops. You guys saw how long that was, but it does not matter. We have a lot of units here for both players, and here comes Mr. Black once again, feeling brave enough to move out. He still does not have sim. He only has 1-1. What upgrades does our Zerg player have? He's only on 1 armor. We have 4 Mutalisks, but I don't know what they can do. And this is a maxed out Terran army. So here we go. Here is the huge engagement, but the Marines though, once again not having stim, not being able to do what they should do, and the army just gets trampled and stampeded by all these roaches. And CubeMrBlack Black looking very bad. FaZe caught Mr. Black totally off guard. The tanks were not siege. And there goes the Marines. Here comes the death push with all these roaches. So it looks like FaZe, despite being behind in economy the entire game, has now come back and taken game 1 in this clan war between Team Cube and Carnage. So great start here for Team Carnage. They take game 1, and let us see what happens in game 2. Let's just finish this out. There's pretty much nothing that Isaac could do at this point. Yes, Mr. Black's name is Isaac. And the roaches is just destroying every single add-on. CubeMrBlack GG's. So this has been your friendly neighbor Dr. Jimmy. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Signing off.